Well, these are closer ground level visuals that capture the force of the flooding itself. Muddy water surging past damaged buildings, sweeping up vehicles and debris in its path. Residents are seen watching from higher ground as fog partially obscures the scale of the destruction below. Let's look at those visuals. So dramatic visuals over there, but this is something that has left entire Nepal devastated as well. So Brian, this is yet another video where we can see the force of the water, because these are mountain rivers. They obviously do still have a swiftness to them, but when flash floods occur, when that glacial outburst occurred, the level of the water was swollen, and also there was an increase in its speed as well. These were rapid waves that were making their way past the valleys in Nepal, destroying everything in its path.
Well, it was also, if you look at that way, it was very unprecedented also for the people. We've been tracking this story from day one itself, and after 48 hours is when we are seeing the visuals, or we are trying to speak to the tour operators or the families. They've been saying that how unprepared they were, because obviously they had their itineraries on, they had their plans on, they had 7 days, 10 days of itinerary, not knowing, the tour operators being completely clueless, the authorities being completely clueless, because initially if you see any kind of disaster that's likely to happen, the tour operators are the one should know, or the authorities should have some idea about it, and as a result of that they can give you any kinds of warning, especially if you have severe rainfall. You give orange alerts or red alerts for the people to be more aware, especially in the hilly regions, because those areas are the one which becomes more unpredictable. And since Nepal is in a sensitive seismic activity zone, so there is another high chances of earthquakes also that can happen, seismic activities, high ranges of seismic activities. The Himalayan region also became very sensitive, especially for the landslides and flush, even to the fact that what happened 2 days back, 48 hours back. So even now, the most strangest question, the strangest thing about the fact that none of the authorities, none of their weather department, none of their personnel, or none of even to the fact the government or the tour operators were not aware of what's going to happen. And extremely when the flash floods happen, when we see the visuals also of the people seeing, they are taken aback. They do not have any clue. The CCTV also that we were speaking about, the Raswa Ghari border, when we saw the CCTV of people did not knowing about any kind of situation coming. So this is extremely unprecedented. What has come, no one was prepared for it, and so many people, 469 people just washed away, not knowing what's going to happen to them. So that is extremely alarming, that we are also trying to focus from our channel to speak about how unaware it was and what could have been done to prevent this escalation that has happened. And like you've been mentioning, that I've been mentioning, the fact that death toll can even increase. So that is also a major concern for authorities, for the families, and for everyone around to track what is happening, especially for India also, because India has seen the maximum number of citizens that are missing. 285 Indians who are missing. Even that was taken as a cognizance also by Randeep Jaiswal, the spokesperson of ME, yesterday when he did a special press conference, spoke to the media about what happened yesterday. So definitely the situations are growing, and a lot of people have been swiped away, families losing their loved ones. There's still many people missing. So definitely very dire situation, Shivani.
Absolutely, and the lack of communication is also in fact disrupting and hampering all the rescue operations that are in fact being conducted over there. Roads are also destroyed, so there is lack of access to these areas where rescue operations are needed the most. Well, let's look at another video that is coming to the fore about a rescue operation.